Who else has not taken? Mohan? Mohan Jain? Nitish Kiran? Nitish Kiran?
Ma'am,
Why you have not taken the test?
I am not prepared, ma'am.
You have to prepare, man. First of all, attendance shortage. You missed so many classes and you have to prepare, right? You should ask your friends what and all has happened in all those classes. At least you have to come prepare. At least you should know. Now, how you will prepare for IA?
I will prepare, ma'am.
Preeti?
Yes,
Preeti,
ma'am.
you have
Yes,
not
ma'am.
given test.
I have given and I have submitted also, ma'am.
Who else? Pravina, I think. Not Pranjal. Pranjal? Pranjal?
Ma'am, I have submitted, no, ma'am, the test. Preeti.
Okay. Now I got confused. Maybe someone Pranjal or Pranav. Don't know. I don't remember. I'll
Okay,
just
ma'am.
check. I'll just check. Pushkar,
Yes, ma'am.
why you have not taken up the test?
Ma'am, actually that day my laptop broke down, so I need to take it to the servicing center. That's why, ma'am.
You phone from the phone you can log in and write the test. No.
Ma'am,
After that you
actually
can go.
uh, when there was test was going on, I was there in servicing center. So how could I log in, ma'am? That's why.
You could have postponed it, right? Or prepone it. You know the test is there. Aware. You are aware of test, right?
Ma'am, actually I was not aware because on Friday we have the electronics class. So I thought
Huh.
on maybe on Saturday you will teach further. So that's
No.
why
At least you have to. Nobody asked me. Correct.
yes, ma'am.
Whose responsibility it is? Everything we have to feed you. You do. Huh? Nishant? Nishant? Not there? It's not there in the meeting? Okay, someone. Nitin? Tell Nishant to call me up after the class. Are not there?
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
You are there?
I am there,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay. You tell Nishant Golcha to call me after the class. Okay? See, whenever
Okay.
we are giving test or assignment, at least we are evaluating what is your capacity and how much you can prepare, how much you can write, all those things, right? Hmm? If you don't attempt and give the attempt for the test, only I am not giving you to 20 questions or 30 questions to prepare and come for one day. Is it not? I'm just giving, first I'll give the assignment, the same questions I'm asking you to write, the test. That also I'm giving only 3 or 4 questions. Huh? Many of you have not written the impressed voltage method and sacrificial voltage method and these things. Diagram with the diagram you are not explained properly. Factors not explained properly. Hmm? How many times I told you for whenever you are writing some like explaining something about a differential metal corrosions or identifying, you have to write the reactions. Many of you have not written the reactions and diagram to explain it. When a bolt and nut is fixed means I'm not expecting you to write the diagram of bolt and nut. At least a differential metal corrosion, That differential metal, when two different metals are there in the beaker, in the notes, whatever the diagram is there, that diagram and explain with the reactions. See, without reactions, if you write pages together also explanation, no use. You will get only 1 or 2 marks. That too depends on how you have explained. Clear? So most of the time you will not get marks without reactions in some cases. So reactions are very, very important. Of course, in the factors, we are not expecting the reactions. But whenever you are expecting identification and explaining the different types, we are expecting the reactions. And electrochemical theory also, you have written good, but you have not explained with the diagram. There also diagram you are missing. It's missing. You have to explain when two are connecting, how galvanic cells are formed. One small diagram is there. Just a iron slab and fixing two iron and copper. That at least that you write, it's more than enough. See, I'm giving you suggestions where and all you can score the marks, where and all you are missing the marks. Clear? So this unit test, you may get the marks, but in IA test and final exams, you will not get the marks. These are the points they will check in the evaluation. You may be thinking, ma'am, I have written 100% correct answers. I have written more. I have written everything. But these are the small mistakes you are doing where you are losing the marks. Understood? And take up very seriously whenever we are giving the assignments or whenever we are giving the quizzes or whenever we are giving the test. Even attempt. We are not asking you to expert. We are also not expertise in that, right? Taking an attempt is what? Nothing much, no? It won't take much time. I have observed that many times mechanical sir will be posting in the group that these are the students are not taken up the quiz. These are the students have not taken up the assignment. Not only that, even I have seen maths also sometimes. These are the students have not, still it is pending. This is happening first time with this section. What is the problem actually? Early morning, I don't want to take much time of you. Or if you have any problem, you can discuss and we are ready to solve it, right? You are getting enough time, no, to complete and give. And moreover, whenever I'm asking you, when this time I asked you, when you can submit the assignment, when you can write the test, by asking that only, I scheduled. Correct? Yes or no? I want the answer. Silence is nothing but you are accepting everything. Tell me fast. For us, it will not take much time to complete the portions. How many of you seen the ebooks that I circulated the brochure in the WhatsApp group? How to download the ebooks? All those things. How many of you have checked? Can you unmute your audio and tell me? How many of you have downloaded the books from that? Arpita done. Next. Who is the other one? Checked. Shireka, Preeti Prajapat, Naveen, Monisha, Momin, Nukala, Nikhil. Okay. Are you finding any books there? Manasa Kevi, which is helpful or which is not helpful, that ebooks? There are n number of books are available in that, in ebooks brochure. You can download if you feel difficulty in studies, if you want to study in depth, You can, if you want to gain more knowledge in the subject, you can download in books, textbooks, and you can study. They are all free of cost. That will not cost nothing. Yeah. So you can download and you can study. And step-wise in the brochure, clearly it is mentioned how to download the e-books. Clear? So for one sample, I have downloaded one book and I have attached in the class material section in the MS Teams for your reference. That is only one sample I downloaded. How to download, and one book I found Indian author that about related to engineering chemistry. Only few topics are there in that. If you want to study a few topics in depth, you can study that apart from the notes. Otherwise also notes material, it is more than sufficient for your exam, for your studies. Clear? And it is left to you what you want to study and how you are going to prepare for the test and the exam. Clear? Very shortly you are going to have your exams once the college reopens. So don't waste your time. Don't neglect any. Yeah. So come to your class. So last class we have completed and second module, and we have given first test also around the corrosion, right? We did the revision of corrosion also. The next chapter what you have is your energy systems. Is my voice is audible to everyone? Can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the next module is, my next module or next chapter is, you are going to study energy systems. Energy systems are, in this energy systems or energy storage systems, what you are going to study, different energy systems, different energy storage systems. What are their construction properties, how they are being manufactured, and what are its applications, where and all they are used. So under this energy storage systems or energy systems chapter, again we have three chapters you are going to study. First one is fuels, second one is solar cells, and the third one is fuel cells. Fuels, solar cells, and the fuel cells. I think you might have studied about the fuels, right? Fuels, non-fuels, correct? Fuels, you have studied in your +2 level, correct? Say yes or no. At least definitions you
ma'am.
might have studied, correct? Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Definition, what are fuels? So you have two different categories, again subdivided into these fuels. In this fuel chapter, you are going to study what are fuels, what are its chemical properties, what are its chemical properties, what are its physical properties, and how these fuels are being extracted, are being extracted, different forms of fuel, and extraction of different forms of fuels and these properties, and especially what is petrol, and reforming of petrol, reforming of petrol. So all these things you are going to study in the fuel chapter. And one more classification you have going to study in the fuels is, another one is non-fuels. Non much we are not studying about the non-fuels. We are going to study only about the
Ma'am,
definition.
your voice is breaking, ma'am.
Now, maybe network problem. Now it's okay. Now, students.
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay. Little, shall I go slowly? So these non-fuels, about non-fuels, you are going to study only the definition. We will not discuss much about this non-fuels. So non-fuels are not there in your chapter. So you are going to study only about the class, physical properties, extraction and petrol and the other things in the fuel chapter. In the in the solar cells chapter, what you are going to study is PV cells, photovoltaic cells, and their construction path, their working path, and how this silicon is being extracted from union carbide process. In this, you are going to study in the solar cells chapter. And in the fuel cells chapter, you are going to study two types of fuel cells and their applications. Only two fuel cells you are going to study. Two examples of fuel studies. One is methanol oxygen fuel cell and solid oxide fuel cell. So only these two types of fuel cells you are going to study in the fuels chapter. So the next is fuels. In this chapter, one by one we will study. That is so what is there in the syllabus we will see first. Now is my voice is audible? Clear?
Yes, ma'am, audible.
Is that clear? It's not breaking?
No, ma'am. Now it's clear.
Okay. So this energy storage system, the first chapter, chemical fuels. In this chemical fuels, you are going to study introduction, classification, definitions of CV, LCV, and HCV, and determination of calorific value, solid, liquid, or fuels using bomb calorimeter, numerical problems on this bomb calorimeter, knocking of petrol engine, definition, mechanism, and its ill effects and prevention, power alcohol, unleaded petrol, and biodiesel. So these are the different topics you are going to study in the chemical fuels chapter. In the fuel cells chapter, again you are going to study what are fuel cells, that is the introduction part, and differences between conventional cell and fuel cell, limitations and advantages, construction and working applications of methanol oxygen fuel cell with sulfuric acid electrolyte, and solid oxide fuel cells as a SOFCS. And in solar energy chapter, you are going to study photovoltaic cell, introduction, construction, and working of this PV cells, that is photovoltaic cell, and preparation of solar grade silicon by union carbide process, which is very important, and advantages and disadvantages of photovoltaic cell. So look, you have 3 chapters in this module 3, but very easy chapters. Almost all the topics you have studied in the +2 level. Only fine advanced study means only problems are there, and excluding that some mechanisms you have to study. That's all you are going to study here in the 3rd module in the 3 chapters. First we will see what are its chemical fuels. So these chemical fuels are, what is this chemical fuels are? These are the primary and most universal measure of all kinds of work done by the human beings, and also to work all activities in the nature. That is what energy, right? What is energy? Energy is nothing but the capacity to do the work. So how much work we are doing in the different physical activities, that activity is done by the human beings, we call that it as the energy. So this is the difference. So this energy happens in the world expression of flow of energy, and most of the people use their bodies as a machines and think about the crude fuels and electric power. So what is an energy is an important aspect in all sectors of any country's economy. The standard of living in a given country can be directly related to the per capita energy consumption. What is per capita? Per person. So you are talking total energy use and dividing it by the population. How much energy, fuel energies are there, how much it is gained, and it depends on per capita. It can be divided by per person how much you are using that fuels are that energy, different forms of energy resources present in the atmosphere. The next, how these sources, what are the different sources of chemical fuels? What are the different sources of chemical fuels means? From where we will get these chemical fuels? Chemical fuels, the sources, if you consider, these sources are broadly classified into two types of fuels. One is fuels and the other one is non-fuels. So what are non-fuels means? What are fuels means? Which are fuels are nothing but, can you see? Fuels are extracted. They are the sources. Fuels are direct energy conversion sources. See, we require, for example, if you take coal, correct? These are the form of energy sources, and this is the petrol. Petrol is also a form of fuel where it converts into one energy form into another energy form. These are available in the earth crust, or these are extracted. These are converted into one form of energy source to another form of energy. Or a direct combustion. On direct combustion, it gives heat energy or light energy. That type of fuels, that type of energy sources are called as fuels. Fuels are on direct combustion. It gives some form of energy sources, either in the form of heat or light. They are called as fuels. Example, you can take coal. On coal, if you burn, it gives heat energy. Petrol also, it converts into heat energy, or it gives energy to the vehicles. If you take other examples like natural gas, biogas, or they are one form of another form of energy. On direct combustion, or a carbonaceous material which is present in that, it gives a heat form of energy or a light form of energy. Non-fuels. Non-fuels are what? The non-fuels are which are not direct sources of energy, which are not direct forms of energy. Means on direct combustion, it will not. We need a device, we need a converter. We need these type of fuels, energy sources. We need a converter to convert the energy from one form of energy source to another form of energy. For example, if you take a solar, solar is the energy source. Solar energy we will call. From where we will get? From the direct sun. Are we getting direct sun light radiations? Are we getting solar energy? No, we have to convert that in sun radiations, whatever the radiations are coming from the sun, it has to be converted from sun to, we need a device which converts these radiations to solar energy. So this type of devices are called as photovoltaic cell in case of solar energy, right? So you need a device, you need on direct conversion, it will not convert it to one form of energy to other form of energy. This type of energy sources are called as non-fuels. For example, wind also, the same wind energy, tidal energy, hydroelectric energy, hydrothermal energy. All these are energies we require some or the other devices to convert the radiations generated from this type of fuel sources to another form of either heat energy or the light energy. The next, in this form, what energy we can give? What is the chemical fuel definition we can give? We can give a definition as, a naturally occurring and artificially manufactured combustible carbonaceous material which serves particularly as a source of heat and light. This is the definition for a fuel. The definition for a chemical fuel we can give, it is a substance which produces significant amount of heat or light when burnt in air or oxygen. What is the difference between these two is, fuel is A naturally occurring artificial or manufactured combustible carbonaceous material is present. Chemical fuel is, it is burnt in the presence of air or oxygen. So this is the difference between fuel and chemical fuel. So write down the definitions of fuels and chemical fuel fast. Are you able to see the screen? Students? Respond. The screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am, visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, write down the definition. Definition for fuels and definition for chemical fuels. Written? Written? So now you see here what is chemical fuels. Chemical fuel is a substance which contain carbon as the main chemical constituent. Chemical fuel is a substance which contain carbon as the main constituent, which on burning in presence of air or oxygen, liberates large amount of energy in the form of heat that can be used economically for both industrial and domestical purpose. So what is a chemical fuel? See, chemical fuel in presence of oxygen, if you burn, it gives products plus heat energy. So chemical fuel usually it contains a carbon. Chemical fuel which contains carbon. It contains carbon. How many? It depends on how many carbons it contains. The fuel which contains carbon, it may be 1 unit of carbon or 1 number of carbon, 2 numbers, 3 numbers, or plenty number of carbon atoms, or 1 unit of carbon content, or 2 units. It depends on number of carbonaceous metal present in the carbonaceous compounds present in the chemical fuel. When that carbonaceous carbon present in the chemical fuel on burnt in the presence of oxygen, if it burns, it gives carbon dioxide, liberates, and it also liberates in the form of heat. And hydrogen which are present in the chemical fuel that also react with oxygen to give water and the heat. Finally, heat energy is converting on combustion of chemical fuels in the presence of air and oxygen. This heat, how much heat energy is liberated in the fuels, it depends on number of carbon atoms. So this number of carbon atoms present in the chemical fuel depends on how much on combustion it gives heat energy. Next, so the chemical fuels, how these are classified based on the state, based on the phase, and based on its appearance. So based on its appearance, for example, based on these chemical fuels, based on its occurrence and physical states, it is classified into primary or natural fuels or secondary or derived fuels. Primary or natural fuels. Second one, secondary or derived fuels. So again, these primary or natural fuels again further classified into based on the physical state as solid, liquid and gaseous. Secondary or derived fuels also based on the physical state of appearance, it is classified into solid, liquid and gaseous. So whatever may be the state of appearance, whatever may be its physical state and occurrence, it is classified based on the number of carbonaceous compound. For example, solid fuel. Example, you can give wood, coal, peat. Liquid fuels, crude oil, petroleum oil. Gaseous fuels for primary fuels, you can give natural gas. For secondary fuels, which are the derivatives from the primary, which are derived from this primary fuel, hence they are called as derived fuels. For example, charcoal, coke, petrol. Secondary liquid is petrol, diesel, kerosene. Gaseous fuels is LPG, CNG and water gas. So this is how chemical fuels are classified. So here I have given you a simplest chart how it is been classified based on the physical state. So based on the physical state or occurrence, the fuels are classified into solid fuels, liquid fuels and gaseous fuels. In this primary fuels, you can give different examples. Secondary fuels also, it gives example. This is very important for the exam. They will ask, it is a 6 marks question. How they will ask, what are chemical fuels? How they are classified based on the state and based on the physical state and based on the occurrence. They will ask, it is for 6 marks. If you write, you have to write the definition of a chemical fuel and you have to write this chart, explain and with the examples how they are classified. Write down this chart. Are you able to see the chart?
Yes, ma'am, visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Right. After writing, you tell me. I'll take the attendance. 10?